Nah, man, look, we ain't doing this like this was, you know what I mean? Look, I know we live, but look though, we had a conversation off the podcast. Okay, I don't care if we live, but the cameras is rolling. But I don't care. We ain't doing. Look, we not gonna do the intro how we usually be doing the intro without me saying this. We're on the Don, bro. Off the pod, you got to mention that I'm trashing all these games, but I have to let you know right now. Boy, you is trash. You trash that Dirty V 2K. You trash that NBA 2K. You trash that Madden. You trash that College Football 25. You not rocking with none of these games, bro. You trashing even on the older SmackDown games, bro. When I was Raw. Here comes the pain. Freaking 07, 08, 09, 10, 11. You garbo, bro. Basuda, bro. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, now let's run the intro.
What's your favorite two last games? Me over here, my favorite round the Don, hating at Alexander. You know, we back with another one, man. It's time to talk wrestling. Another week in wrestling, and WWE, in the words of Triple H, has been on fire right now. We're gearing up for Survivor Series. But before we touch on WWE, we got to give the AEW fans what they want, man. They had a pay per view this past weekend, Full Gear. Um, did you catch this pay per view, and what's your thoughts on everything?
I caught Zero Hour, and the only reason I caught Zero Hour was because it was free, okay? And it was on YouTube. And man, I gotta tell you, the highlight of that Zero Hour had to be QT Marshall getting beat by a freaking TikToker, bro. A Costco TikToker at that. You got beat by a regular civilian that goes to Costco and gets double chunk chocolate cookies and chicken bakes, bro. QT Marshall, you gotta do better, bro. Gotta do better, bro. And I even heard that the dude, he go by AJ. So I heard that yeah. They got that viral song on TikTok or whatever with his son and everything. I heard he broke his foot in the match. And that kind of scares me though, because that was his debut. That was his first match. And that kind of ties into me going into my first match. You know what I mean? Things that just lets you know things can happen, bro. Things really can happen. That's kind of scary, bro, if I'm being honest, but I should be straight though. Look, man, I told you. I got it, bro. You want the smoke in it? I got it. It's right here. Whenever you want it, bro. 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 You know what I mean? And I got plenty more.
Full
You know what I
Gear
mean? Whenever you want it.
retained their AEW Tag Team titles in the Fatal 4-Way. MJF defeated Roderick Strong. Mercedes Moné kept her TBS title, defeating Chris Statlander. Jay White defeated Hangman Adam Page. Kyle Fletcher defeated Will Ospreay. The tombstone on the stairs was crazy. I did see that. Daniel Garcia is now your new AEW TNT champion. Konosuke Takeshita defeated Ricochet, retained his AEW International title. Bobby Lashley, in his pay per view debut, defeated Swerve Strickland, and Jon Moxley retained his AEW World Championship. But then the Death Riders got a surprise as Darby Allin ended the show wrecking their vehicle, running into it. So really turned into a real life crash dummy, crash out. So that I guess that's his new gimmick.
Yeah, believe it or not, they actually was a pretty good show, man. It was pretty solid, so I really can't even complain about it, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the AEW fans went home happy, you know what I mean? I really ain't got no complaint. I actually heard a lot of good stuff about the Mercedes Monet match that she had. So that they people online saying that match was a banger. So I'm gonna have to go back and really watch that for real
See,
to see what's going on with that one. Why is
anyways,
it?
me neither.
I
I
didn't
just
realize it
I
was
just
this. You
been
know,
looking
I
through
just
the
I
people
just haven't
being
cut it.
thing been this. Nonetheless, man, I ain't really watched Full Gear. I seen a
Yeah.
little bit of highlights, a little bit of tidbits. So, but hopefully AEW can grow, keep doing their thing. But what was announced, Kenny Omega is coming back to the ring January 5th. Um, not for AEW, I believe it is it Japan. Let me fact check that. But what is your
Yeah.
thoughts on Kenny Omega getting back in that square circle?
Great, because a lot of people thought he was never gonna be able to come back, being that his condition and all that. So him making this comeback, which I'm sure after you fact check it, it should be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's a lot of people, a lot of mixed reactions on that, but my thoughts is it's not a bad idea because he's going where pretty much where he got his fame at, because that's where people know him from in New Japan. So I think he's going back to his old roots, you know, starting from the bottom to work your way up type of deal. So I feel like he on that kind of mission right now. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. I'm actually excited to see Kenny Omega back in the ring.
Because a lot of people are questioning the fact that he's actually going to New Japan instead of going back to AEW.
I mean, if he's gone from AEW, that's a huge loss if he is gone. But I don't really think he's gone. I didn't really know too much on that, but if he is gone, like if he's completely signed off and with New Japan now, then yeah, that's a huge loss
I don't think
for
he's gone.
AEW.
I think he plays a hand. From what I can tell, it seems like the Bucks are gone. They kind of walked out. Jack Perry still be throwing shots at how he took out Kenny Omega, so the door is open for him. I think he's just getting a ring rest off in New Japan. Put it that way.
Right. That's why I was saying it kind of goes back to what I was saying about going back to his roots. You know what
Speaking
I
of
mean?
going back
So
to their roots, I don't know if you saw it, but shout out Baron Corbin. Bro got released, but then he went and won a medal in I believe MMA or karate or something like that. So shout out Baron Corbin going back to his roots. Uh, let's get into it.
yeah.
SmackDown reviews, man. We got a lot to talk about. We had Cody calling out KO. We had some Women's United States Championship tournament action going on. The Bloodline got a fifth member. And, the Wise Man is back again. So, what really stood out to you on SmackDown?
CM Punk,
Definitely.
Paul Heyman, that was the highlight. You want my real answer? That was the highlight. Because and it kind of goes back to what I was saying like few like podcasts ago, bro. Like SmackDown has the same ending. Been having the same ending. It's been having the same ending, bro. Bloodline, 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 bloodline. It's kind of getting old, and it's predictable. Like you already know. Oh, bloodline. All right, change channel. Let's watch basketball or something. Look, it had to be said. Had to be said. Look, basketball season is up right now. Football season is up right now. It's a lot to watch right now. I want to see Bloodline closing the show one more time. I'm gonna lose it.
feeling that they're gonna be closing the show at
I'm gonna lose
Survivor
it.
Series, which we'll get to that later. But before we get into the CM Punk business, I want to kind of backtrack. Cody Rhodes calling out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, I don't know. I love this for Kevin Owens. The only thing that I don't like is I don't see a world championship ring coming out of this run for Kevin Owens. But heel Kevin Owens is the best version of Kevin Owens. Him saying I hate you to Cody Rhodes, like I believe him. And I know it's not true, but I believe him. And then like he hit him with the line, if I did that to somebody I love, that being Randy Orton, imagine what I'm gonna do to you. Like this might be like every year it seems like WWE always has that one rivalry that like ends off the year that's kind of like really good, and I feel like this year is definitely gonna be Cody and Kevin Owens for sure.
And I like this, like for Cody because for the longest, bro, even after he won the title, he could not get out of that bloodline shadow, bro. So, I mean, does the bloodline still play a role in this story? Sorta, but it's not a bloodline story. It's Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and they're fighting about Randy Orton. Cody is trying to avenge Randy Orton in a sense now, and get payback. You know what I mean? So, but they planting them seeds for something that we've been talking about, a while on this podcast, something that we've been waiting for to actually happen in real life. It may just happen. I think you know what I'm talking about too.
Focus on it now here a little bit. Speaking of planting seeds, Tommaso Ciampa has gone off the deep end, and he's starting to alienate himself from Johnny Gargano, and it seems like the Street Profits are getting a little edge to him. Do you care about the SmackDown Tag Division as it stands?
Oh yeah, yeah. They're actually really exciting now. They got some to it. I really think there's gonna be a hot take for some, but the Motor City Machine Guns kind of brought it out of them though. That really might have been that missing piece. It's kind of showing right now. I mean, they got a short little track record from it. You know what I mean? It's showing. So I think like the story that's being told is that Motor City Machine Guns come in, take the championships from people that have been there for a while, and they're just like, you know what? No, I'm tired of this. We've been here and we've been grinding and we not getting titles, but these two come in and like the second, third week they get a championship. Oh yeah, we mad. So I like this story that they're trying to tell with them. But if they really split up DIY again and have Tommaso Ciampa turn on Gargano again,
Yeah,
it's just like
that's gonna
why?
happen. I feel
Why?
like Gargano is gonna end up turning heel.
I hope not.
That's just how I feel. But then I'm trying to figure
I
out.
would like to see it. I like I said, yeah, like I said
Yeah,
before,
no,
like
we
we've
have.
never seen a heel DIY. We've seen parts of it, but they weren't a tag team at that point. They were just teaming together on the
Nah,
same team in
I
NXT.
just wonder how like the Street
Yeah,
Profits
so
are gonna factor into this because Angelo Dawkins mentioned the whole like Tommaso being a snake in the grass, but then every week that the Street Profits come out, Michael Cole keeps saying, I don't know if you like noticed it, where like the Street Profits want to venture out and be single stars too. So I feel like Angelo Dawkins might be talking about himself potentially, and that could lead to them splitting up as well.
this is
Definitely.
just a story that we're gonna have to wait and see. Like that's one of them wait and see stories, man. Like I don't wanna do no theories, no predictions with that. I
It's
just wanna let
definitely
that thing just
simmering
play
in the
out. You
pot
know what I
right
mean?
now.
Just let
So
it play out.
it's a wait and see. Let's analyze the women's division. Jade Cargill suffered an unfortunate injury, which is going to keep her out of Survivor Series. In WWE, it looks like she has been attacked. Not only will this take her out of War Games, it was announced earlier that this is possibly or most likely going to lead to her and Bianca being stripped of those WWE Tag Team Championships. Also, she is now being
Bro.
replaced in the Women's United States Championship tournament. So, who? It's time to play a game of Guess Who. We're going to start with who's going to take Jade's place in that WWE Women's United States Championship qualifying match. Who do you think?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Bailey already moved on
Bailey.
in the tournament. She gonna take her place.
Oh,
She gonna take her place in
shit.
War Games, but we're
I'm
gonna get to
sorry.
that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
I got
all
the
good.
questions mixed up. Why did I think War Games? Like I'm over here thinking about the War Games. Um, I want to say Lash,
So
but she in NXT.
I don't know if you remember, but last time we did this, we was talking about who could potentially be the first women's United States champion, and you mentioned a certain somebody. Yes, sir.
Oh,
So
Charlotte
that's
Flair.
what it's between her and Lash Legend. That's what the internet is saying. Like they looking at those two as potentially being that. So now this is my second question because this could go a lot of ways. WWE could do a lot of things with this story right here. Who left Jade laying on the top of that card?
Mm. Well, I can tell you who didn't do it. Bailey. She ain't
I
do it.
mean, when you look at it, she got the most to
I
gain.
got I got two answers. You right? But I got two answers. I got Naomi or Bianca Belair.
You gotta throw another name in there. If this person does show up this Friday, gotta throw Charlotte Flair in there as well.
Mm. You know what? That would play back to like when Jade first signed. Remember they had that face off?
Gotta throw her name in there too. But let's
And we ain't seen a
let's look
heel
at all
Charlotte in a
four.
while.
Let's look at all four people who it could be. So just for clarification, so we
Alright.
don't think it was anybody on Team Naya for War Games. We don't think it was anybody. So I'm gonna name off
Nah.
Bailey and what she would have to gain. So Bailey, she gets Jade's spot in the Women's War Games match. She gets Jade out of the tournament for the Women's United States Championship. And as we'll get to later, she's kind of mending the relationship with Bianca right now, integrating herself in her good graces. So that's case for Bailey. Now we're gonna go with Naomi. Jade came on the scene, kind of took her spot on the roster, you could say, became best friends with Bianca. She was cool with Bianca, kind of stole a little bit of her light. Um, and that's really, and then she's cool with Bailey. She probably wanted Bailey to get that spot in more games. So that could be Naomi's case. Now the last two have the most to gain. Let's look at Bianca Belair. On the surface, she loses her partner. She loses those tag team titles. But Bianca gets to be a single star and a main eventer once again. And she's been treading that line of turning for a little minute now. So getting Jade out the way could get her back to the mountaintop of the women's division. So that could definitely be it. And she, watching Jade as closely, she could see how much of a threat Jade has been and then taking the spotlight as well. Then ultimately we got Charlotte Flair. You mentioned the stare down that they had Jade also, Charlotte watched from afar. Jade is physically imposing. She could be a mega star in the near future, and she's looked at as, one of the most dominant women in WWE, and she was in that tournament. Which, if Charlotte shows up on SmackDown, she gets to take her spot and become the inaugural WWE Women's United States Champion. So, with all that being said, if you had to pick one, who you going with?
Mm. It's a tie.
That boy cheating. I said if you had to pick one.
It's a tie between. I ain't gonna lie. All right. I'm picking one. You know what? I'm I'm gonna stand on business with Bianca
I'm gonna
Belair.
go that way too.
I was leaning more towards Bailey, but
This is
I'm gonna stand
where
on
like
business with the
I
Bianca
wish I
Belair.
could be a writer for real, because like there's so many directions you could go with this. Like, and then depending on like Jade's like time frame when she'll be back, you can lead this to WrestleMania. And I ultimately think it was Bianca, but it could be on some Daniel Bryan and Rowan type stuff where like, you know, uh Bianca didn't have no idea and somebody else did the job, or Bianca could have told somebody to do the job. It's a lot of ways you can go with it, but I'm definitely interested. Now, let's get into some bloodline business to wrap up SmackDown here. Paul Heyman came back, and he's back with the bloodline. Roman got his wise man back. And then CM Punk was announced as the fifth member. Now, you talk about cooking. This is cooking on a lot of levels. This is setting up a lot for down the line. Um, I don't know if you want me to, get into that, or did you have something to say about that first?
All I'm gonna say is a lot of people wanted, for some reason, a lot of people wanted Brock Lesnar, believe it or not, to be that fifth member. But you gotta understand, the flames have not been put out yet. Not all the way. There's still a little bit of flames that gotta extinguish, bro. Before they can even consider a Brock Lesnar comeback, if that's even possible, you know. So hey,
He spoke into Brock recently. He was like, fear for him, love and respect for him. He can't confirm or deny if he has spoken to Brock Lesnar. So that is that. But from a WWE standpoint, with this story, like, it's a lot we can get into. CM Punk takes that fifth spot. Who did they ask before that? Seth Rollins, who has stated time and time again, if they win that match, Roman Reigns is going to reclaim power and become a tyrant again. Seth hates CM Punk. CM Punk could be the reason that Roman Reigns gets back into power, and we could see that take off. Then you got the battle for the Paul Heyman on the ladder match. Uh, you got CM Punk, Roman Reigns, who was the ultimate Paul Heyman guy. That's gonna be cooking up down the line. So it's a lot of ways you could do it. Um, so they definitely cooking up. But I want to get into this theory, that I sent you. People believe that Sami Zayn is setting up the bloodline. Now, do you feel like this is the case? Because somebody on Facebook, I don't have the picture. Maybe when I edit, I can put it up. Somebody showed when Roman tried to call the wise man at the end of SmackDown last week, that, and it went to, disconnected. Sami Zayn actually swapped the phone out. So do you think Sami Zayn is two-time in the bloodline?
Oh, that would be a full circle moment because like last time Sami Zayn was in War Games with the Bloodline, he was trying to prove himself to get in the Bloodline. So if he does this, he's exiting himself out the Bloodline. Because and what's crazy is it's gonna, bro, that it's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt, bro. Because Jay Uso, bro, really trusts this man, bro. Went back and forth with Roman Reigns to get Sami Zayn on board, bro. Just for him to do this, oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt so bad. But you know who gonna be tuning in?
This is why I can kind of believe it. Kevin Owens says that he hates Cody Rhodes because he decided to team with the Bloodline and they tried to take Kevin Owens' career. So that's why he hates Cody Rhodes. He has not mentioned his best friend, on and off best friend, Sami Zayn, at all. He has not. He has yet to be mentioned. Also, before Sami got back into the bloodline, he was first talking to Solo in the parking lot by himself. Solo announced that Sami was going to be his fifth member. Sami stayed at the ramp, got involved when things weren't going the OG Bloodline's way. You know, now we seeing people making pictures or photo screenshotting that Sami is switching phones out. It's not adding up, bro. And then I'm saying, and then you got
The
some
math ain't
people
mathing.
like you can tell I done got deep into the internet on this one. Some people believe that The Rock is the reason that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are doing this to Cody Rhodes and the Bloodline. Like he's behind all of this. And if we want to get deeper into conspiracy, if he was really watching SmackDown, Paul Heyman was wearing the same thing that Solo was
The
wearing when he
red
took Paul Heyman
shirt.
out. So it's
Oh
it's a
man. Bro, it would make so much sense, bro, for The Rock, because when he came back and did the and just walked in, bro, it would make so much sense, bro, as to why he did that simple gesture, bro, because that's what put it all together, bro. It would suck. It would be sad, but hey, like I said before, who tuning in to watch it? This guy right here.
we gotta get to splitting up another team, man. That's gonna lead us into our Monday Night Raw review. It was announced that New Day is getting a 10-year anniversary next week on Monday Night Raw. But man, they lost to the Alpha Academy, Otis and Tozawa, and they really had a war of words for the ages. Like, I don't even want to repeat some of the stuff that was said, man. You had,
I'm just surprised that. But now look, I'm gonna say this: if Raw was on Netflix when they did that, bro, you can't tell me that Kofi Kingston
he would
would
have.
not have mentioned the Page situation, bro. I'm telling you, bro. If Raw was on Netflix, bro, he would have did that. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, dog, because they was not pulling no punches, bro.
Especially
They
when
was just saying
Xavier
whatever.
Woods mentioned the fact that
Like,
Kofi lost that championship in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar. He tried to hit him deep. Then you had Kofi saying
oh
that
yeah,
Xavier Woods never won a title
yeah.
because he's just simply not good enough. Now, this leads me to
Oh,
believe what we've been saying or what we've been
damn.
saying could possibly happen might be true. Because the way Kofi was talking, it's given Kofi might actually turn on Xavier Woods before. Xavier Woods turned on Kofi.
See, and it's funny that you say that because there was this thing that I looked up, right, or that I saw like on social media, bro, that before Odyssey Jones got cut, they was planning something with that, with Kofi and Odyssey turning on Xavier Woods, and Odyssey being Kofi's big muscle. So that leads me to believe if Kofi Kingston does be the one to turn, he's gonna have a big heavy muscle. And some are saying that big heavy muscle is somebody from NXT.
You know who I
Do
sound
I
like when
need
I
to
say that?
say?
I be sounding like Booker T.
Oh, what?
But yeah, if he get
Hmm.
him, I don't know if you want to spoil it for the people, but if he get him, it might be over with. But
I ain't
to
gonna
to
say
put it
nothing.
in
You
perspective,
know who? You know who I'm talking about.
this might give it away, this might not. Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz, but a way better version. A
Yep.
way better version.
Yeah.
But
A Triple H version. Let's say that a Triple H version. We
but do
not we
you
not
think
getting no Vince.
do you
You
think
know what I mean?
that Big E is gonna be there next Monday, 10-year anniversary? Do you think he gonna play?
Definitely, definitely. Cause I think what's gonna happen. Yeah, he gonna play a big part. Now, do I think that the New Day and Xavier Woods are probably gonna break up on that Monday? Like I said before in the other podcast, if they want to drag this to the biggest event of them all, they probably not gonna break up on Monday.
So that too, I think Big E is gonna get them back on the same track, and then they gonna like. I feel like they gonna be the ones to defeat the Judgment Day, and then like Kofi gonna cost them their
Yup,
tag titles.
yup. Like that's what I think is gonna happen. Biggie gonna start talking some sense to them. You know what I mean? They're gonna get on a big winning streak. They're gonna squash all their beef. So we think. Get on this big old like winning streak. Probably gonna win a tag team championship or two. And then Kofi gonna snap.
But speaking of another team that's supposed to snap in the Judgment Day, Finn calling the shots.
Dang.
I thought there was no leaders. No leaders.
You kind of yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you see how like he throws
Yeah.
in them like them subtle hints that he's the leader. They not going to
See,
the Judgment
like
Day and they ain't
this
gonna be
the
feeling
problem
that.
with Finn. He got issues, bro. He got deep rooted issues. He got Rhea and Damien up out of there because he felt like he wasn't the leader and the most popular member. Now he got an issue with Dominic Mysterio because he's not the most popular guy. Him and Liv, Dom and Liv are like the two kind of like calling the plays and the face of the Judgment Day. Shout out to Dom, by the way. He made number one on ESPN's top wrestlers under 30. So, shout out to him. Over MJF, which was crazy. So, but not crazy like I don't believe it, but
Yeah,
a lot of people a couple years ago, it wouldn't have been a question. So, but yeah.
yeah.
So
They would have disagreed for sure.
I
But
could definitely
well
see
deserved,
the
well
Judgment
deserved
Day
though.
splitting once they lose their tag team titles. So no,
Everybody breaking up, man. Golly.
man,
Something in the air,
whatever
bro.
it is leading to a new championship in WWE. We getting the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I already know who I want to win though.
It was
There's two
inevitable at
women
that
that
point. You already
I
knew that was
want
gonna
I
happen.
want to win that. I ain't even gonna lie. Dakota
Name your
Kai
two and
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 Lyra
I'll name my
Valkyria.
two.
Yeah,
Ooh, some good picks. I got
I
I
can
got
see it,
EO.
but I feel like I don't know. Are they gonna go that way of having a former world champion win it, or are they gonna try to build up a new star?
I mean, okay. Let me rephrase that. I can see EO winning it, just not right now. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna agree with your two picks. But as far as like
Man,
in the future, he'll definitely
no
win that
no
title
disrespect. As
somewhere down
long
the
as it's
line.
nobody
He
from the
getting that.
PFC, bro, I really don't care. Except for Zoe Stark, she fired, but them as a collective, a pure fusion collective.
I almost forgot. I almost forgot who the
See,
PFC
that's how
was,
you know
bro.
it's
Oh,
that's how you know it's getting out of hand,
yeah,
bro.
Raw,
That's
bro.
how you know
Raw,
it's getting
bro.
out
You
of
need to go
hand.
back 3 hours, man. Netflix,
Hey,
Netflix. Where you at?
a lot of people
Gotta
are
get them
kind
three
of
hours back, man.
like and on the fact that they getting another championship, but I think it's dope, especially when you take into consideration that Raw and SmackDown are both going to 3 hours when Raw hits Netflix. Like they gonna need to do something with all that time. So, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, and then Raw ended with Bianca Belair getting an advantage for her team, and Bayley came out to help her get that advantage. So it looks like Bayley's gonna be the fifth member of that team. Now, do you think the person that attacked Jade is gonna be exposed at Survivor Series, or you think they're gonna let this simmer for a little bit? For sure.
They gonna let this ride.
But yeah, that was pretty much Monday Night Raw. I'm kind of excited for SmackDown. We about to get uh, Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso, so that's gonna be the banger for sure. Um,
Yeah, and according to X, stuff's already been spoiled for that, but we ain't gonna speak on it though. But man, y'all gotta chill with the spoilers, man, on them
it's
pre-tape
crazy
shows,
though,
man.
because I want to say
Y'all
this
gotta
now that it's
chill,
not the
bro.
case. I was almost certain that Seth Rollins was gonna be that fifth member because I swear I saw a picture of all of them standing in the ring together. I don't know where I saw it at. Maybe it was Photoshop, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But
Mandela effects, bro.
you know, man. Speaking of Survivor Series, though, we're gonna get to predicting and telling the future around here. They actually kind of beefed up the card, surprisingly.
Oof.
So, and
Yeah.
Survivor Series will be starting at 6 o'clock. I'm guessing because college football. I don't really know. So, but let's start with the
I don't
United
know.
States Championship match. LA Knight defending against the returning Shinsuke Nakamura.
I ain't gonna lie. Even though he just came back and they just slapped this, character on him and stuff, I want Shinsuke Nakamura to win. Just because a title chasing LA Knight, in my opinion,
Yeah,
is way
yeah.
better
I feel like I'm gonna
than
agree
a
with you
title
from the
holding LA
standpoint
Knight.
of if Shinsuke Nakamura comes back and he loses, WWE. That's what I'm saying.
He got one more
That's what I'm
chance,
saying.
bro. Like we all thought, I could have swore I said this bro, like literally a few pods ago, bro. I could have swore I said I was surprised that Shinsuke Nakamura was not on the release list because, bro, nobody knew where he was at. But since now that he came back, okay, cool. This is his last chance, bro. He gotta do something. They gotta do something with
Oh,
him,
like
bro.
how they making
They
the
gotta do something
vignettes
with him.
for him? They can't let that go to waste.
Yeah, I need Shinsuke to win that match. You know what? That's who's gonna win, and that's who I want to win. That's what I'm gonna do. Shinsuke Nakamura, he winning that match. I'll
Intercontinental
take him.
Championship match. We got a triple threat champion: Braun Breaker, Sheamus, and Ludwig Kaiser. This one gonna be tough.
Well, I know who ain't gonna win. Oh, you know what? You know what? No, no. Let me not even go there, cause I can give you a scenario of the name that I was gonna say. Now, who would be my shock to win the match? Ludwig Kaiser. And let me explain. Because, right? Remember how he was always going around saying, somebody needs to be doing, doing more out here. You know what I mean? Like they kind of pulling that whole thing or whatever. So if Ludwig Kaiser wins the championship, and some now I'm not saying that this is gonna happen because it may not. It's like 2% chance that this is gonna happen. But what if Gunther loses his title and now Ludwig Kaiser is the one with the championship, and parading that whole thing around? But that ain't my pick. That's just a pick in an alternate universe. My pick, and still Intercontinental Champion,
Yeah,
Braun Breaker.
definitely sticking with Braun Breaker on this one. Even though I think Kaiser, I low
I
key
want
want
Sheamus
Kaiser
to
to
win,
win,
though.
only
I do
based
want
off the
Sheamus to
fact
win.
that when Gunther told him to go make a name for himself, I see this going a lot of ways though. Because Gunther told him that if Kaiser loses, he could lash out and cost Gunther his world championship. Or if Kaiser wins, it could be kind of like you said. But ultimately, I think Braun Breaker kind of got this in the bag because Sheamus and Kaiser keep getting in each other's way. Um,
Hey, man, I do want Sheamus to win, though. That's the only
I
title that
know,
he need, bro, to be a
and
Grand
he'll get
Slam
it one
champ.
of these days.
That's a story to finish at
That's
WrestleMania,
probably
though.
what's
I
gonna
think that's a
happen.
story you finish at WrestleMania.
We got Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bayley and Naomi, and Io Sky going against the team of Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae in the Women's War Games match.
Team Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Yeah,
Only because
Team Rhea
I'll
Ripley.
say this to allude to what my pick gonna be for later. I don't think that two babyface teams will win, so I'm gonna let that speak for itself. Uh,
Mm.
uh,
Dang,
we're
that's
gonna
what
get
we
into the
doing?
next match. We got the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Gunther, who's been doubting himself recently, and Damian Priest, who is at an all-time high as far as confidence is concerned. What you say? You think Gunther lost his ability, or what you think?
I think Gunther finally snaps out of it and he
I
retains his
agree.
championship.
Damian Priest, when you first became champion at WrestleMania, I'm not gonna lie, I was not feeling it. But you proved me wrong. Like the more your title reign went on, you proved me wrong. So I definitely would like to see you get that championship again, but just not now. It's Gunther's time. He's definitely gonna lose that at Mania to Braun Breaker, but you know that's gonna we're gonna get there when we get there.
Yeah, Damian Priest is definitely like he's definitely like 2-time, 3-time world heavyweight championship material.
Yeah,
Like he's a
he is.
multi-time world champion,
I
bro.
agree with that.
To be honest.
Um, the main event, the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline men's War Games match. Who are you taking?
You're gonna disagree with me on this one, bro. I don't care. I don't know how it's gonna happen. OG Bloodline takes the win. I don't know how it's gonna get done, but OG Bloodline
Now,
takes the win.
definitely pull the swerve. The OG Bloodline is going to win. I don't see a team with CM and Roman Reigns who's going to lose twice. Because we got to go back. Like they lost. Crown Jewel, they're not losing again.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
if they do, if they do,
Now,
I was gonna say if
now
they
I
do,
will say
something
this. Yo,
crazy
what
gonna
happened?
happen, and it could happen.
But it's the thing though. Like, man, I can't see it happening, bro. It's just like, but like you said, hypothetically speaking, if they do, bro, then hey, it's just. Bro, honestly, in order for me to like literally like just go ahead and just be like, you know what, I'm
That's
okay with this, you gotta bring The Rock out. You gotta bring out The Rock. Or, now it's the thing though, with them winning though, will there be some swerves in
you know
that
it'd be
match? Possibly.
it'd be
But
crazy.
they can still come out with the win.
Say if Tonga Loa, because it always got to be him, mysteriously gets injured, and then now they need a fifth man, and then The Rock comes out with the Mama Rhodes belt and lays the smack it down on everybody.
That would just be like, bro, that's literally, man, that's like putting a whole team of Michael Jordans up against like the 2003-04 Charlotte Bobcats. Like, come on, bro. It's just like, come
But
on, man.
yeah, I'm going with the OG Bloodline. I just don't see them losing two PLEs in a row. Ain't no way. And the Ron the Don
Mm-mm,
means
mm-mm.
no way that is ever gonna happen. But before we get on out of here, man, as we know it, this gonna go up after the fact because we're gonna let y'all breathe, enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. But top five edition, what you are thankful for. This could be in life, this could be in the WWE. We could do both if you want to. Um, both. All right, bet. So
Yeah.
so let's start with let's start with life. Yeah, let's start with life. Top five things we are grateful for in life.
So I like to say, I'm thankful for this podcast. It gives me this platform to talk about wrestling. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's one, 100, 1,000, 10,000 people watching. It gives me a platform to talk about wrestling. I'm always hyped coming on here. You know, thankful for my family. Ain't got to say too much. And with that being said, I am thankful for the fact that I am him. I am thankful for the fact that I am the golden ticket. And I am thankful that I am Mr. All in One from the 6-3-1 Island Xander.
But nah, on a serious
Here
note,
we go.
man,
Here we
I'm
go.
thankful for my dog, Xander, man, definitely doing this pod, sticking with me. When some people quit on me, or ghosted me, or anything. Bro been sticking with me. Thankful for him. Thankful for this podcast. So that's my 5 and 4. Thankful for the people that watch the podcast, man. Shout out Tiki, man. Wifey.
And look, fun fact for the ones that don't know, I've been
HEYMAN.
rocking with this man since 6th grade. You know what I mean? We go back, we go way, way back. You know what I mean? So look, ain't no love lost over here. It's all love over here, man. So for sure, for sure.
Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a quiet guy. I don't like being on camera. So for me to do this and talk about like one of the things I really love, that being a wrestler, being able to work out on this platform, is because of my family, beautiful wife. So, number one, thankful for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So thankful for that for sure. So that's what I'm thankful for in life. But now it's time to get to what we thankful for in this year. Or it don't gotta be this year. It could be, you know,
Well, honorable mention. Let me just go ahead and say I'm thankful for Jada Parker. Nope, let me stop. Let me stop now. Let me not get in trouble. Let me not get in trouble. Let me not get in trouble now. Oh man. Oh man, I know, bro. What you gonna do with me, man?
Even now.
But nah, man. I'm grateful for all the storylines that they putting out, man. You know, it's a real fresh product. You know what I mean? It's like total 180, man, from when Vince was around. Total 180. So I appreciate what they doing with the product. You know, like TKO doing their thing. You know, they just bringing good, good product, and it's only gonna go up for when they go to Netflix, and for when SmackDown go to 3 hours, only gonna go up. Also thankful for, just like pretty much just, giving us stuff to talk about, Like I said, it kind of ties into the first thing, the other thing I just mentioned, When there's nothing to talk about in wrestling, I mean, hey, you ain't got nothing. So hey, thankful for that. I would be thankful if, the WWE can put out a good, playable, longevity enough wrestling game. If they could put out a good wrestling game that I could play for about a good 365 days, I'll be thankful for that. But unfortunately, it just ain't been
Oh,
doing it,
man.
man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. Look, I got 2K24 on there, bro. I ain't even touch it. It's like you really can't play it like that. I literally just go back and play these, bro. These older wrestling games, I go back and play them, bro. If I really want to, get my wrestling fix, it's just like, man. But I also want to say I'm thankful for, I can say I'm thankful for, Triple H. It all ties together, man. Look, without Triple H, there's no creative product. You know what I mean? Period. It's just the creative is just down the drain. It's pretty much about it, man. I mean, I can't really say too much. I don't just because I probably ain't really, I ain't got really much to say like that. It's really just thankful for the product. But without the way that it's going right now, can't be thankful for nothing else.
Took off. Thankful for Shawn Michaels in more ways than one. You know, with his uh his eye for talent and and his booking
Parker.
skills. Definitely is bringing NXT back alive, back from the 2.0. Paint dripping everywhere days. Um, Thankful for. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thankful for Peacock, bruh, because when I found out that we wasn't gonna have the WWE Network anymore, I was low key kind of sad. But when they put like all the old episodes and all that stuff on Peacock, it's like okay, because I really like to go back and watch like Ruthless
Oh,
Aggression era, Attitude era, and stuff like that. So I'm kind of grateful for that.
yeah, but look though, fun fact about that.
I
When they
know
first
it
got
wasn't.
on Peacock, that wasn't available.
Yeah,
It was going through like a beta test. So you only had like the last two
but when they
seasons,
finally
bro. So
uploaded
I was
all of
like,
that, I
dang,
was I
bro.
was I
Can't
was
watch no
I was
old
happy.
school.
Um,
Cut back on the
Thankful
ads,
for
Peacock.
uh all the pioneers of wrestling, like the people that you would put on Mount Rushmore, even the ones that I really don't like. I'm not gonna say no names. You know, yeah, but
I think I know who you're talking about
if it
though.
wasn't for them, wrestling wouldn't be what it is now. And then thankful for Triple H. Once he got put in this position, and for him to be a former wrestler and looked at as a guy that was burying talent and things like that in his past day, for him to become who he is now, bury the hatchet with guys like CM Punk and all of that, just for the benefit of the fans and all of that. You know what, man? Thankful for Triple H. I'm tired of all this doggone glazing. I ain't even gonna lie,
But
but
but unfortunately, he's still not beating them allegations.
but that's we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
Slowly,
I
slowly
guess,
but surely.
guess we
But we
can
gotta see.
claim
We gotta
some
wait.
Owens. You know, we want to do that. You know, until then, I don't know. Until then, it's kind of
Ah,
like, yeah.
ah.
But hey, Shawn Michaels doing it right though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
man,
He beating the allegations.
anything you want to say to the people?
Some.
I know, we got to hype up this Revolution Rumble, man.
Oof. December 7th is right around the corner, man. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I'm
Next
hyped.
Saturday.
I'm hyped, man. It's my debut. You know what I mean? Hey, we gonna turn up. I'm gonna make this probably. I'm gonna take this little opportunity and make it the best thing possible, yo. And you gonna see, cause I'm gonna have some clips. You know what I mean? So we gonna get right. You know what I mean? So stay tuned.
Me, we back on the ground. Life got in the way, but we back now. And one thing, brother Xander always, preaching is consistency. So I'm gonna try to do better with that. So, appreciate to everybody sticking with us. And, I hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Gonna be back with y'all next week before we get into Christmas and all that stuff. Um, so yeah, man, y'all enjoy. Man, don't. I was gonna say don't get too crazy.
Eat more protein. Y'all, don't just be eating all the sweets, man. Don't be eating all the dang on pies, the
Yeah,
banana puddings, the peach cobblers. Eat you some turkey. Eat you some turkey. I'm not a big fan on ham. I don't do pork, but if you gotta eat the ham, eat you some ham. Eat you some protein, bro. Cause I'm telling you right now, if you just eating all desserts and macaroni and cheese, bro, you gonna be out here. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just it is what it is.
see what time I'm on. It's about that time for me. You know, and y'all have a happy
Yes,
Thanksgiving, man.
sir.
God bless. And like that. Yeah.
Peace.
Trip forever and I'm just not getting started. That's the one. Yeah.